Top of the top chat. Podcast. When I was a child, I thought as a child, understood as a child, but when I became a man, I put away childish things. But not today on Podcast. We back with another one. I tried to do this last night, but my shit cut off. My internet or something. I don't know what happened. Um. Oh, before we get into the legal immigrant that works for Chicago's police department, he been working there for 10 years too, under the radar, and I can't even get a Sam's Club card. Crazy. We're gonna look at this man that done crashed into the White House. Nigga crashed into the White House, the White House gate. You know he going to jail, even if it was an accident. Even if it's an accident, you know he going to jail. Yeah. Oh, how this man crash into the White House gate? Like for real. Anyway, Chad, that's not what we came here for. That's not what we came here for. I'm sorry. That's not what we came here for, Chad. That's not what we came here for. So he had a legal immigrant that been working for Chicago Police Department for the last 10 years. Nigga done went up in the company and everything. I'm talking about promotions. We don't waste $200,000 on taxes off of this digger. Shit is crazy. Let's get into this real fast before.
Also breaking right now, a Hanover Park police officer detained by ICE this morning. The Department of Homeland Security says the officer, who's from Montenegro, overstayed a tourist visa by more than a decade. CBS News Chicago investigator Tara Molina is in Hanover Park with the story. Tara?
Joe Boyovich hasn't worked here long. A post from the department detailed his graduation from the academy just this past August. No one from the department willing to speak with us today or provide a statement on his hiring or his detainment. Take a look at your screen. This is the photo Hanover Park Police posted of 25-year-old Radule Boyovich celebrating his graduation from the Suburban Law Enforcement Academy. Boyovich was detained Thursday morning in what the government is calling a targeted enforcement operation.
I'm not saying he's a bad guy or a good guy. I'm not saying none of that. All I'm saying is I can't get a Sam's Club card. This nigga been working under the radar for 10 years as a police officer, a legal immigrant. And I can't get a Sam's Club card? Come on, Chad. This is crazy work. We in the United States of America. The top flight security. How y'all let this get by? How y'all let this get by? Hold on, baby. I'm recording.
In Rolling Meadows, calling Boyovich a quote illegal alien from Montenegro, here on a tourist visa that expired March 31st. 1st, 2015. They say he illegally overstayed his visa by more than 10 years. According to ICE, Boyovich provided his employee identification card confirming he is a police officer with the Hanover Park Police Department when he was detained, telling agents he wasn't carrying weapons because he's only authorized to carry his firearm while on duty. Homeland Security pointing out in a separate release—
You can't even carry a firearm outside your job, and you're a police officer. You know your ass don't. That shit crazy. That's crazy.
Police records confirmed Boyovich was approved by the pension board this year. Records indicating his earnings cost taxpayers more than $200,000. The arrest happening as a federal judge ordered Chicago ICE Field Officer Director Russell Hott to appear in court next week to answer questions about several incidents where violations of a temporary restraining order were alleged, including using tear gas canisters against crowds. The judge calling the court hearing after seeing this confrontation between residents and federal agents on the southeast side on Tuesday. The judge also now requiring all agents working under the so-called Operation Midway Blitz, including agents with ICE and Customs and Border Patrol, who've been issued body cameras, to wear them and keep them on during law enforcement activities here. Those body cameras are meant to confirm agents are giving the court-ordered 2 warnings before using tear gas, rubber bullets, and other methods here.
These body cams will allow us to ensure that the real stories—
I don't care what nobody say. They got to be feeling some type of Benjamin, what's his name? Benjamin, the one that traded, Benjamin, what's his name? I don't know his name. The one that traded, the trader. They got to be feeling like a damn traitor. They going after their own people. I know they would be like, ain't my people because they illegal, but come on, man. Be like, damn. I know ICE I know them immigrants be cussing ICE out when they be getting them. Some of them be family. I know some of them be family. You know how you goddamn grow up with your cousin and he might go the good route and you might go the bad route, so y'all might run into each other again later on in life? Damn. Run into each other again, ICE. You gonna take me back? You gonna send me back? Miko, you gonna, whoa. I gotta do my job, man. God damn, that's sad.
being told that
Be your own kind, be your own kind, chat.
Again, Hanover Park Police are not speaking out or issuing any kind of statement today, or at least they haven't quite yet. Coming up at 6, we're taking a closer look at how Boyovich was hired in the first place, how he was able to carry a weapon.
We gotta go back and look at this. 6 o'clock. I know this was old. CBS News. Any updates on this? I gotta see. I was about to cut off, but we about to see if any updates on this right here. We got to see if there's some updates, chat. Updates. Any updates? News about, okay, might be an update. Stop, boy.
ChatGPT, what's a future-proof business in 2025?
A future-proof business in 2025.
Also breaking right now, a Hanover Park police officer detained by ICE this morning. The Department of Homeland Security.
Nope, same shit. I'm trying to see if any updates. Chicago police officer. I want to see if any update. I used to arrest Chicago police officer accused of being an immigrant.
Apparently this gentleman here is a police officer at Hanover Police Department, just outside of Chicago.
A suburban Chicago police officer was left stunned when ICE agents arrested him after officials discovered he was living in the United States illegally.
So how long have you been a police officer?
Radul Boyovich from Montenegro was off duty on Thursday morning when he was approached by ICE and handcuffed in a parking lot in Rolling Meadows.
You had work authorization? You were able to carry a firearm?
No.
But on duty you could?
Correct.
Wow.
The Department of Homeland Security said Boyovich had overstayed a B-2 tourist visa and was supposed to have left the U.S. by March 31st, 2015.
Nah, this go all the way up, chat. This go all the way up into the high leaders. Like, how the hell it's too much stuff going on here to let this nigga to pass this up. Like, Chicago ain't on they shit, chat. I just saw something, chat. Hold on, the police officer living in the United States. They goddamn live right now talking about it. They live right now talking about it, chat.
Illinois at the center of President Trump's immigration crackdown, and one of the latest ICE arrests there might surprise you. Rajul Bajovic was working as a sworn police officer with the Hanover Park Police Department. Just one problem. He was visiting from Montenegro on a tourist visa and required to leave the United States over 10 years ago. Yet just this August, he graduated from the police academy and was given a badge and a gun. The town says he was cleared to work. Quote, all information we received from the federal government indicated that Officer Bojovic is legally authorized to work in the United States as a police officer. But now the illegal alien remains in DHS custody. Here to discuss the disturbing details more, former acting ICE director Jonathan Fahey. Great to have you here, Jonathan. You know, I want to also note that the town said that this individual had a work authorization card issued by the federal government. Not only did he have this card from U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services, the card was valid and recently renewed, and he also passed a background check. How does this happen?
I'm highly...
Chad, how does this happen? I told you, I'm not no hater. I'm not no hater, Chad. I'm not no hater. I'm just mad I ain't got my Sam's Club card. Background checks, all that stuff, credit check. I'm not approved, but this nigga get to work for the police office. Police station.
Skeptical of what the town is saying on this because we know
promotions and stuff. Nigga got promotions and stuff. We done came off $200,000 taxes for this nigga.
in Illinois, they are basically full-on pro-illegal immigrants. And remember, this is J.D. Pritzker signed a bill, I believe it was July of 2023, allowing non-citizens to be police officers. Amazingly enough, that you would have even non-citizens being police officers. But they knew this type of thing would happen. We know how Chicago, we know how Illinois treats illegal aliens, which is typically the same or better than American citizens. So I find it skeptical that there was any serious vetting, but it's a real problem that we would even have a system where non-citizens could be police officers. But J.D. Pritzker, again, signed this into law because they always put illegal aliens and non-citizens ahead of citizens.
You know, Jonathan, I also want to note, we've covered on this program multiple times the Des Moines County superintendent who was also here illegally. We have his picture. We'll pull it up. And while you address that matter, I also want to scroll his history of criminal conduct. You know, in this case, they said that they were deceived. They don't assert that the federal government said he could be here. But how many of these individuals do you think are working in police departments and teaching our students?
I think there are an awful lot of them because that's also a school system which, again, was pro-illegal immigrant and doing everything they can probably to not find out, or even if they knew, they looked the other way. So I think there's a lot of them out there, and it's really shameful because, again, these jobs, one, should be for Americans, but also people that we should have good enough vetting, particularly for law enforcement, to make sure we have people legally here, and they really should be citizens. It's utter nonsense, and it's, again, people, J.D. Pritzker, other people try to blur the lines between illegal aliens and citizens all the time, and this is just another example of that.
Yeah, I want to play a clip from Pritzker. He seems to have more of a problem with American citizens like Stephen Miller than some of these illegal immigrants in his town. Let's listen to this.
This white fuck.
The people who...
I don't like this fat fuck right here, man. This nigga right here always...
serve for the president, including all the way down to ICE agents, can be held accountable when there's a change of administration. Stephen Miller is clearly ordering people to break the law. So he should know that, yeah, it may be 3 years from now that he is held accountable, but make sure, I think it's important for them to know that whatever they do now, it's not like we're going to forget.
So Pritzker wants to arrest Americans now?
Yeah, exactly. He's basically threatening Stephen Miller and other people if they continue doing their job, which is enforcing federal law, federal immigration law. He's going to find a way to harm them. So it really is, threatening them. Again, the people that are putting their lives on the line, these ICE agents, putting them at greater danger and threatening to arrest them for doing their job. You really can't think of many examples in American history where a governor is standing in the way of federal law being enforced to this degree. And it really shows not only a lot sort of bad things about J.D. Pritzker, but where the Democratic Party is, because he wants to be the Democratic nominee for president. So he knows he has to be so radical on this issue, but not only favoring illegal immigration at every level, but also to harm the people trying to enforce it. And it's just really staggering if you think about it. But again, what he is doing and what Brandon Johnson is doing is really skirting the line of alien harboring and other types of things.
Yep, law-abiding Americans. He wants to go after them. Thank you, Jonathan Fahey.
It said alien harboring, sticking them in the goddamn good areas of America. They'll never notice. They'll never notice, right, chat? Put them in the good spots of America. They'll never notice. Anyway, podcast over and out. Hit y'all with another one. It's crazy, boy. They got I can't get no Sam's Club card, but they got a legal immigrant working for Chicago, Illinois Police Department in Hanover for the last 10 years. We don't pay $200,000 in taxes for this nigga. And I can't get a fucking Sam's Club card just to get me some food in bulk. Over.